Hello friends, welcome back to Industry Learning, and today in this session basically I am going to talk about blanking and punching mechanism. So basically all of you might be knowing about blanking and punching operation, and if you not sure then go and click here on I button, and you can see all the cutting operations of a press tool as well as the types of non-cutting operations that I have already mentioned there, and I have cleared with some examples and pictures there. You can understand that better. And here basically I have taken this topic for let you understand the blanking and punching, because basically both two looks similar, and basically someone are getting confused that how these blanking and punching operations are getting separated. Which technically no everyone knows that blanking, this is a blank part, this is a pierced or punched part, but how technically you should know that I will try to explain here. So basically before that, let us know some variables of cutting operation, that is punch and punch force, speed of the punch, surface conditions, and material of punch and die, the condition of blade edge of punch and die, and the type of lubricant, and the last one but most important, that is the amount of clearance between the punch and die. So this was the variables just I showed here, so that we can, if in further sessions and all we will be use of this thing, then I will remind you. And now here in this picture I will let you understand the difference between blanking and punching operation and the mechanism behind this. So here you can see that in blanking operations the portion that has to be cut out, that is our workpiece. Means suppose this is a sheet of or coil, and from this one portion, that is say some round blank of dia 10 has to be cut out, and that is this. Okay, and here this is the workpiece. So basically we have to control the dimension of this cut portion. Suppose we have to keep this 10 mm, so this is our blank, and we have to see the dimension, finish everything about this. Got it? This, because this is our workpiece and this is our scrap, we don't have to bother about anything. After this portion has to be cut, what is the dia of this blank hole, that we don't consider. Got it? So this is the workpiece and that has to be cut out here, you can see here. Okay, and now if we talk about punching, then what is the sheen here? Here the portion that has to be cut out, and suppose the slug has fall down, and we don't see about this because this is a scrap here, and you can say here this is a scrap, and the portion that has that is remaining, this one is our workpiece. Got it? And here what is the difference? Like in blanking operation, the cut portion, for the cut portion we control the parameters, and here for the hole, like the portion has to be cut, what is the diameter for this, that and all we don't consider. What is the dimension and all for this we don't consider. What is the whole dia, that we have to consider. Got it? That suppose we have to keep this 10 mm, and we have to control this whole dia of this hole, or whatever dimension, this may be in square or any form, any profile that maybe, but we have to maintain this one. What is the dimension of this portion that has to be cut? We never consider. So let us see about these three phase mechanism in shearing operations, or we can say that phases in process shearing. So basically these are the three phases, like phase 1, phase 2 and phase 3. In this the sheet has to be cut out from the force implementing through the punch and the final shear. So if we talk about the phase 1, then in this the slight deformation takes place, and the deformation takes place till the elastic limit. Means if we revert back this punch, then the shape that has been deformed will restore its original position. That's why we say this elastic phase also. And the next one, that is phase 2 or we say plastic phases also, because in this the deformation means actual deformation takes place. Means if we revert back the force or we take the punch back, then this portion that has been deformed will not restore with its original position. Means the plastic deformation has been taken place here. So that's why we say this the plastic deformation also. Means in this the forces that was up to elastic limit, and in this we have implemented the forces up to plastic limits. So once the implementation of force has been increased, then micro cracks will start to be observed, and this happens when we implement the force that is more than its plastic limits. So when the micro so when we implement more force than its plastic limit, then micro cracks can be observed here, and finally the final crack can be seen. So this was phase 3, and so this is how the cutting operations, or we can say that blanking punching operations takes place. So this was the basic mechanism that we understand today. So that's all, friend. If you like this video, then don't forget to hit like, as well as don't forget to subscribe our channel too. So because in further sessions and all related to press tool will bring a lot of new information, as well as new concept related to design and all also. So that's all. Thank you. And if you want books and all related to this like stamping or press tools books, or sharing operations and all, for that, then you can visit the link that has been given in description, and you can find some useful book there, as well as we have the link for books that are available on Amazon, that also given. You can get the book from there also. So that's all. Thank you.